Hey guys, Shakarez here, back with Mastery Breakdown with the new Masteries that were just changed on the PBE today. And let's go on to defensive Masteries. And not many changes here from the last changes on the PBE, but if you didn't see anyone else doing Mastery Breakdowns, you can probably just listen to mine. So, let's start. Block. Block was changed up to here, probably because of 80 carries. They can get the 9 points now. Reduces incoming damage from champion basic attacks by 1, pretty standard. Recovery, plus 1 health per 5 seconds, and it gives a plus to 2. Enchanted armor, increases bonus armor and magic resistance by 2.5 and 5%. Now this seems like a bit of a noob trap. Instead of normal armor and magic resist, you're getting bonus. So if you're someone like an AP carry, an AD carry that is only going to get 1 defensive item like a Zhonya's or a GA, this isn't worth it. Like, this on a GA is 2.5 armor and 2 magic resistance, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, you still have your runes, but still, I don't think it's really worth it as a point to expend 2 points here when you can just get recovery. Tough skin. Reduces damage taken from neutral monsters by 1. Oh, and I forgot, if you're someone like Nasus that's just stacking armor and magic resistance, yeah, probably get this. Okay, so moving on. Sorry, I had to pause. Tough skin, pretty much the same. Reduces damage taken from neutral monsters by 1 and 2. And this does not affect lane minions, of course. And then blade armor, taking basic attack damage from neutral monsters causes them to bleed, dealing damage equal to 1% of their current health each second, and this does not work against lane minions. So, pretty strong points for jungler. If you're a jungler, and if you're going even into the defensive point, you want to get this. Unyielding, melee reduces all damage incoming from champions by 2, and ranged by 1. So, again, pretty standard points for AD carries and supports, and even other types of champions. Anyone that is really going down the defense tree and doesn't want and isn't a jungler will want to get this. Now, veteran scars now give less health, 36 health flat, and then the juggernaut gives you 3% maximum health. Now, 3% maximum health on a 2,000 health target is 60 health, so it's pretty good. Assuming you have no resists and nothing, no extra health, 2,000 health is pretty much a standard. It's a bit below 2,000, but 2,000 is a good measure. What else? Oppression reduces damage taken by 3% from enemies that have impaired movement. This is a situational mastery. I mean, I'd use this if you're playing someone like Skarner, like old Skarner before the rework, the one that does the perma-slow on Q, or someone that you know that will build something like Iceborne Gauntlet, because those kind of champions will just keep damaging you, so just keep slowing you. So if you can keep slowing someone, if you have a perma-slow, you can basically use this. So this is really good if you're, let's say, Skarner, and you're versus 80 carries, and you're slowing them, and they're hitting you for less damage. But overall, it's really situational. Hardiness, 2, 3.5, 5 armor, pretty good. And magic resistance is the hardness counterpart, 2, 3.5, 5 magic resistance. Now, moving on to the other tier, reinforced armor gives the reduced damage taken from critical strikes by 10%. Pretty obvious point here. I pretty much always get it because they'll always have a heavy AD champion. Evasive reduces damage taken by 4% from area of effect magic damage. Situational one. I'd get it if you're versus double, triple AP comps, and if you're versus like very AoE centric wombo combo comps like Kennen and that kind of stuff, and Zyra. If you're not versus that kind of stuff, Malphite, Kennen, Zyra, I wouldn't pick it up always. Situation. Moving on. Swiftness reduces the effectiveness of slows by 10%, and this doesn't reduce the duration, it reduces the effectiveness. And no, this is not like 50% slow becomes a 40% slow. No, it doesn't work like that. It's a multiplicative. It works multiplicatively, so the math is a bit different. But it used to be 2 points for 15%, and now it's 1 point for 10. So overall, it's a better point because you can still get it and not be changing between one and the other. Now, the rest of tier 4, we have Perseverance, regenerates 1% of missing health every 5 seconds. And this is the old Season 3 mastery that was here, and it still looks pretty bad in my opinion. Sure, Second Wind looks a bit better, increases spell healing, health regen, lifesteal, and spell vamp by 10% when below 25% health, but I really wouldn't get it because you need to get the 3 points from Perseverance. Maybe it works well on someone like, let's say, Mordekaiser that goes defense, but Mordekaiser doesn't really go defense. Someone like Vladimir if they go down to the defensive tree, but still I don't see many champions picking this up. Anyways, moving on. Tenacious, 1 armor and 0.5 magic resist for each enemy champion that's nearby. So when you get 4 points, you get 4 armor and 2 magic resist for each nearby enemy champion. So if you're in a 5v5 team fight, 4 points will give you 20 armor and 10 magic resist. Yes, I can do math. That's pretty good. So I don't know if I'll get all 4 points on this because the other points just seem too good. But definitely gets some of the points here. Then Runic Shield. Start the game with a 50 health shield. This shield regenerates every time after respawning. So it's kind of like a Malphite shield that you don't get back unless you die. This is pretty much really good for Dominion, but other than that, I'd use it if I'm laning versus someone like a Riven that's going to chunk me, or a Calyx that it's going to try to kill me at level 2, level 3. That 50 health may be very important. Other than that, it's a really situational pick. I don't know if I'll be using it a lot. And last of all, Legendary Guardian reduces the duration of crowd control effect by 15%. So it's pretty much the Tenacity mastery that we used to have, but it was 3 points for 15%. Now it's 1 point, although it's further down for 15%. So it's a really strong mastery point for 15% Tenacity. And again, it doesn't stack additively with the Tenacity from items. You need to do multiplicative. You need to do a multiplication with 35%, so 35% times 15% to get the Tenacity from those two sources. Anyways, for junglers, let's say jungler wants to go 21 defense. I'd probably go Tough Skin, Block, Unyielding, Veteran Scars, Juggernaut, definitely Bladed Armor. Hardiness for sure, you need the armor. Reinforced armor, swiftness, resistance, and then maybe go like this and only get 1 point in magic resistance, or instead change some points there for less points in Tenacious. Then of course oppression depends on the champion. This depends on the situation, if you're versus double triple AP comps. This depends if you're stacking a lot of armor and MR, but overall it doesn't really seem that strong, even if you're stacking it. But yeah, this would be something like this, or this would be my 21 points for a defensive jungler. If you're just a laner, probably recovery, block, unyielding, veteran scars, juggernaut, hardiness, resistance, swiftness, reinforced armor, tenacious, and legendary guardian. And then again, you might want to get the 4 points in tenacious, remove 1 from resistance, and go like this. Or if you're versus a wombo combo type of team, go for evasive. Only 3 points here, and legendary guardian. Anyway, so oh, I have 21 points. Whoops. Oh yeah, remove 2 points there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my defensive mastery summary. Next up is utility. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you there. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. We do have a mastery calculator now on LoL Pro. It's not updated yet, but I just talked to the developer and he told me it will be ready either today or tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later.